Oh my gosh,
Fundamentals.
we would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now, we would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has to
Not
be.
pub more. I
Has
mean,
to be.
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Man, I'm gonna get real theological on y'all. I think we're all a little soft and misunderstood. I'll just be real honest.
Get Luke Combs. I was begging for Luke Combs not too long ago. We'll get Luke Combs on here. I challenge Luke. I think I can actually beat him in shotgunning a beer. So if he thinks he's got the cojones to come on and try, then by all means, Luke, bring it on.
That's the intro. You just hit my promo for me, James. I love it. Episode 162 of The Boys, the pub. Man, this is awesome. 162 weeks of just grinding, talking sports, and even in the summer where it's just you got to grind it out. It doesn't come easy. Nothing in life comes easy, especially the pub, baby. Shout out Dr. Tim Farner with us. Preacher man Fitzsimmons coming off some little VBS. Got the snowboard in the background.
Yeah,
You're my doctor.
not ready for winter.
Hey, this is gonna be a good episode. I just got a feeling. We're gonna jump right into the blind top 5. It's gonna set the tone for the whole episode. So just be ready, boys. It's coming.
I'm ready.
Oh gosh, here we go.
I fixed the audio though. Shout out to the boy. What'd I tell you? Blind top 5 all-time NFL running backs.
Oh,
It's a hard list to get down to 5. I'm sure I'm gonna piss a lot of people
I
off.
just know it.
I try. We're gonna start off with a bang. We're gonna start off with the king. All hell.
ooh, man.
Banger.
I mean, that's a great
Just to
question.
clarify, this is a mix of all generations.
Yeah, so that's the thing is we're starting off with current, King Henry. Consider him number 1 right now. But does that mean he is like, I'm also not like, I think we've kind of seen, we're in the middle of his peak too. So even if he puts on a couple more years of this production, where do I put him? I want to put him a little bit higher, but I don't know who's on your list. Tim, you go, because I'm stumped.
I broke Fitz already.
Yeah, I'm stumped.
I'm going
I can
3.
go either way on this one.
I'm
3.
going 3. I like what he's done so far. I think he's still got some in the tank, but just broadly reviewing some running backs in my head, there's no telling who you have on here, but I would put a couple above him. So I think 3 is a good number for Derek.
See, I wanted to put him there. I'm worried there might be too many big names, but time will tell with Derrick Henry. I feel like when he's out of the league, we will miss him because I just think that kind of power and combination of speed, it's just like very deceptive speed. I'll put him in at 4. 4 for me.
4. All right, Tim's going 3. You're going 4. You know what? Not too low. You guys, it was good. All right. Maybe an all-time GOAT running backs here, Mr. Jim Brown.
Mm-hmm. And see, I think he's in the same fabric as Henry. I kind of put those two. It stinks though. Like you would probably put Jim Brown ahead of Henry. See, I actually put Henry ahead of Brown. I'll actually go ahead and do that. Which sucks
All right,
because
you put
Jim
him at
Brown's going to
3?
be. Gosh, see, I wish I was in Tim's position because I could put Brown at 4 now. I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to put Jim Brown at 5, and that's not a knock on Jim Brown. I think Jim Brown is what Derrick Henry. Like we are watching when we see Derrick Henry. I think that's what Jim Brown was, but there was nobody else. And Derrick Henry's doing this with very talented backs across the league, and he's still that dominant. But I do think there could potentially be 3 better running backs than those guys. But as far as like the power back with deceptive speed, guys that literally could just fall forward and pick up an extra 3 yards. That's what sets Henry and Brown apart, is they're that dominant. Even when you stop them, they're still doing damage. So Brown at 5 is tough, but because I want to respect Derrick Henry, I'll put Jim Brown at 5.
Respecting the
Fitz,
king.
here in a second, Parker's going to name a name, and you're going to be mad that you can't go lower than 5.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yeah.
I'm going 4 just for that reason. I think it's a close call. I think it's honestly a coin toss for Brown and Henry for my list. But knowing Parker, there's going to be some curveball. And if they go ahead of Jim Brown, I will be furious. So I'm going 4.
Good thing, I think there's a handful of running backs that I would.
I feel I'm getting some shots here.
It'll be fine. I think I'll be fine.
Catching strays.
All right. Next up. Why don't you get the kids out on the curb? School bus is coming. Mr. Jerome Bettis.
Ah, dang it.
Mm.
Crap. Crap.
Wow.
All right. Jerome Bettis at 3 for me. Really, we know he's like
Wow, dude.
6 on my list.
Wow. No,
I like the bus.
Your list.
I like the bus. He was definitely more dominant early. Like he was early in his career was ridiculous. Was a ridiculous running back. He's got the longevity for him, so I think that works out. Jim Brown retired early. We'll see how much longer Derrick Henry is a factor. So yeah, you know what? I'm talking myself into it. Bettis for his longevity, got a Super Bowl late in his career. Yeah, give me the bus at number 3.
Yeah.
And it's a nostalgia piece for us too.
I was gonna say he's the only Super Bowl winner on this list so far. So, I guess just for impact to the game, I'm gonna put him at 5. Any sane list would have Jim Brown and Derrick Henry above the bus. So, give me 5.
All right. Mr. Lightning, LT, LaDainian Thompson.
That's
Damn.
a solid 2. That's a solid 2. And that's kind of your first like gadget back on this list. You can include like Marshall Faulk, Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But LT would probably be that. I feel like he was kind of that first guy to really do, receive, run, throw when he wanted to, like do everything. People forget LT was like, he was a fantasy. When fantasy started peaking, like LT was the guy. He was like the number 1 pick for everyone for years.
If done.
Yeah. No, I like LT. I like him at number 2. That's not bad. He's not the second best running back all time. Like, do not hear me on that. But on this list, for the purposes of this game, yeah, he'll be number 2 on my list.
Yeah.
I like Evan's disclosures. Yeah, I guess he's number 2 because I don't want to pigeonhole myself. So, yeah, give me LT number 2.
That's fair. All right. Last person on the list. Sweetness. Walter Payton.
Number one. Yep. Give me him. I figure you got to have either Walter Payton, Barry. You know, I would, Emmett would have been a good one. But yeah, Mr. Elusive just could not bring Walter Payton down. Elusive, powerful, sweetness. Yeah, it's what even as a Packer fan, you got to respect game. Walter Payton, one of the best in the biz.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he's got to be my number one, but honestly, Parker, this isn't the most terrible list I've made out of your blind picks. Usually I'm a little mad right now. So my list is okay. I'd make a couple tweaks, but I'm happy. First time I could say that.
Hey, shout out to the boy Tim. I'm pumped for you. Not to get paid. It's the franchise tag. It's like get drafted high, have one hell of a career, put the franchise on your back, get tagged. Like you're just not getting paid. And it's because we've talked about it before, the shelf life of running backs is so fragile. It's so short. We see it with Josh Jacobs. He's not going to report at training camp because he doesn't want to sign the tag. He feels like he's worth more money than that. Saquon not getting the bag, getting tagged. Tony Pollard from the Cowboys. All three of these running backs are top of their game. Like their life is good for them right now. They're not getting paid for it though. But you have a guy like Evan Ingram who's a tight end for the Jaguars. Not dissing him, but he's getting more money than these three. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about before, and running backs are going off now. I don't know. I even think just kind of there was a move. When you think of like the movie Blindside and the move of like to start paying like left tackles, just kind of the value of that position is I do wonder like when positions kind of get valued and if they've gone through. I'd love to see like a history of like just kind of like an increase. Like, did they start paying receivers more in the 80s or, just something just like as passing became more heavy in like the 70s, did salaries for wide receivers increase and stuff like this. And they kind of have to figure out with running backs being able to do like, I mean, Saquon, we were thinking Saquon's like done, like his injury, his career is never going to look the same. And he had this resurgence and you're starting to see that more and more of, and maybe Dr. Tim knows just kind of this era of the shelf life for running back seems like it could be a little bit longer, could be a little bit more than maybe what it once was. And maybe that's where there's also this feeling of like, I can still perform well, but I'm just not sure. It's still not as, there's still some like, there's some caution, is there to caution with paying your running backs. But maybe it is a time to start thinking about do we pay them, or just even a conversation of should we just pay them when they're at their peak, when rookie running backs, second year running backs are the superstars. So we need to just not even give them the rookie contract and just like go ahead and pay them as the star that they are. I don't know.
Yeah, good point, Fitz. I mean, talked about I've been gushing over him since his high ankle sprain that I thought he'd be out weeks, and he came back in like 2 weeks and crushed it. And I was like, oh my God, this guy's a freak. I just don't know. I mean, you got a lot of talking heads figuring out what like everything wrong with the running back market, and I don't know the solution. Like to me, the biggest thing that sticks out to me is like the ability for a team to get a young running back on a cheap contract and then tag him for 2 years and then he's out of his prime. Like that's the biggest glare for me is the NFL needs to either restructure that maybe just for the running backs. I don't know how it would be for all other positions, but maybe you can only tag a running back one time. Like there's an exception to the rule, or I just don't know. I don't see like a significant change. They're a dime a dozen. You drafted a young fresh running back and let the other running back go. Like business sense, it makes sense. I just don't know. I think you have to start at the initial contract when players are drafted to make a difference, 3 or even 4 years into their contract when they should be due, make that the due time and not getting tagged twice.
Back is it's developed so much in the game recently. And these guys are no longer just running north and south. They're catching balls. They're on routes. They're blocking. Like it's a different game for the running back now. And I think you're right because it makes business sense. Why the hell am I going to give you $40 million when you already got 4 years, 5 years of tread on you? I'm going to go draft a 19, 20-year-old who's fresh. So it's tough. But I like if you structure the contract early, you do right by these guys. I like that, Tim. That's a good thought process. And we're also arguing about like, oh, you're only getting 26 million instead of 42 million. But
yeah, I mean
this is what it is.
Guys who are on a podcast, I would take 26 million. I would take 26 million. 42 million, whatever. You can sign me up, but I get it. I get it when the third string wide receivers making more than Austin Eckler. Yeah. It's like that doesn't add up right. I don't know how you retroactively do this with the running backs now. I start on draft day. There has to be some sort of restructure. That's the only way I can see moving forward that it rebalances the market. I don't know.
All right, let's move on. We're going to talk a little D-Hop, Tennessee Titans. He got paid 2 years, up to $36 million guaranteed on his contract. Are you buying or selling this Titans stock? Like, do you think it's a good move for D-Hop, good move for Tennessee, bad move for either of them? How you guys feel about it?
A few years ago they pulled this move with Julio Jones. He was a little bit older. I think he was 33 or 34. So D-Hop is 31, I believe. So just a little bit more his prime, just kind of in the later years of it. Titans haven't really had a receiver, like a big threat receiver. They had Julio here, but he didn't really do it. I don't know. I think with Derrick Henry, I think they've been needing that piece, whether it's they've needed either like a threat at tight end or one of these prime receiver threats. I think it's exciting if you're a Titans fan. And with that division, it seems like the division is going to be between Tennessee and Jacksonville once again. So I think it's exciting. I'm buying stock for like a year and then I'm selling. I don't know longevity if it's going to be huge. I don't think it's going to be, I think D-Hop will make an impact, but I'm thinking like 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns sort of thing. Maybe like borderline, 900 to 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, which isn't bad. And just more in the passing game opens up Derrick Henry.
That's true. It sounds like, and look what happened. So I'm going to propose something to you two. You tell me what you'd take. Would you take DeAndre Hopkins and Julio Jones, or would you take AJ Brown
Yeah. And that's what I was thinking is when Julio came in, they had AJ Brown already. And so we were really excited. We were like, oh man, they're gonna be dangerous. But
Well,
no, I'd
and
take
that's the
AJ Brown
confusing thing
over
with the
both
Titans.
on those two guys.
Yeah, and he's I don't know I think of both of these wide receiver salaries. AJ Brown's worth double of that. Like for his production that he gave the Eagles this year with Jalen Hurts. Like to me, it doesn't make sense why you wouldn't. I mean, hindsight's 2020, but AJ Brown was awesome with the Titans. So like, it doesn't make sense why you wouldn't pay him then and trade him. Maybe it was against Vrabel's wishes, but then you sign two old heads for a good chunk of change when you pay a little more and you could have signed AJ Brown and had a franchise wide receiver. So the
Yeah.
Titans are this bad. They do this weird thing, and I just don't get it, and I don't think I ever will. Good for D Hop, get in the bag. I guess bad for the Titans. I don't know.
And what that should have been and could have been. Yeah, maybe because they're too old. I like it. Good move for D Hop. Maybe bad move for Tennessee. All right. Well, D Hop's got a new uniform, and some teams got some brand new uniforms. Let's talk about them. We'll let you grade them here. Cleveland Browns breaking out the retro white on white helmets, white tops, white pants. What do you guys think of this whiteout by Cleveland?
Man, I hadn't seen that. That's interesting. And the Browns,
It is what they wore in the 60s.
The Browns uniforms have really improved, like drastically from like when we were like growing up in the 2000s, like the Tim Couch Browns. Like I think they've really seen a facelift here. I like them. I like those. Those are pretty sick.
Yeah,
I
my
don't think
first
the
thought
Browns. Oh, go ahead, Park.
was no, you go.
I was gonna say I don't think the Browns could do anything for me to like their color scheme and uniforms. They're just doesn't do it for me. Sorry.
It is hard.
Orange
It's
and
really
brown's hard, man. It's tough. I don't know if you guys ever played. Do you guys ever play NFL 2K? And like I think it's 2K, like 2K5 or something. And Steve-O had a team. They had all these celebrities that had teams. Like you had to play against them, like in a franchise mode.
Yeah.
And it was the only combination that was more terrible than the Browns.
Yeah. 2K5. That was Terrell Owens was on the cover, right?
That's right. The last great
Yeah.
NFL game. Yep.
Oh man, I forgot the whole Steve-O had a team. Yeah, that was wild.
And you could make your mansion and you could pimp it out. Oh, that game was sick, man. I loved it. The Brown, I saw these uniforms like, those are pretty smooth. I kind of liked them. And I saw it was the Browns. I said, fuck, I can't say that.
Oh my gosh.
I do like the white helmet. I thought they're going to be a ripoff of the Bengals. And then I did my research and they wore them in the 60s. Yeah, that's it, Tim. That's it. Greatest game in NFL history right there.
Oh my god.
ESPN 2K5, Terrell Owens. Let's
You had
go.
Chris Berman announcing. He go, whoop. And he'd do like a halftime and him and Jackson. Oh, it was awesome.
Man, the crib. Earn crib credits with every
That's
game.
it.
And play to deck out your crib. Buy music and play video games. Dude,
Bring it back.
I'm about to pop this in my PlayStation 2 right now.
I'm about to pop it in you. Anyways, next team. Buccaneers giving a little revivance, little life back to the Creamsicles. With the white helmet, I've never been a huge fan of Creamsicle uniforms. I don't know. It's never been great for me, but because it pays homage to their history, I do like this. It's cleaned up. It looks smooth. The white helmets with it, and the fans wanted it for the Buccaneers. So overall, I can't hate on it. Not my favorite combination, but to each their own.
I hate it. Those are bad. They just need to get rid of. It's crazy because the Bucks, they changed their uniform, with that Warren Sapp era, you know, won a Super Bowl. Then they went back. They kept going back to creamsicle. Look, let's go back. Let's get a little bit of that orange. Like the Jameis Bucks, they had that hint of orange, the ugliest
Yeah.
uniforms ever. It was like they couldn't decide on full creamsicle or like new wave. And then Brady went, and you just feel like Brady's like, I'm not wearing that fucking creamsicle, you know. And they win a Super Bowl. So like they've only won Super Bowls with the red and gold, and those are so clean. Yeah, I just, you know, if you need a throwback, there's just gotta get over the creamsicle. I don't know. They need something else.
I agree, Fitz. I think some things should remain dead. This is one of them. This should have never seen the light of day.
I do like the old pirate though. I like that logo. So I think there's something you can do with that logo.
Yeah,
Just maybe
Keep-
don't do like full creamsicle, but
Right.
like
get
there's
the
a
old
way
logo,
to
new color scheme,
do it. Like if you did that with red and gold,
dude.
you know, just do more gold. Oh, think about that.
That'd be lit.
Gold uniform, you know, like a gold top.
I'm a sucker for gold
with- I don't
uniforms.
know. I'm just thinking that'd be crazy.
Fitz, I don't know if you remember this, but we'd break out the all gold uniforms at TC for like big games.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite.
Yeah.
God, so I'm a
That's
sucker for
sick.
some gold. All right.
Yeah.
Another team, Arizona Cardinals, got a whole brand new batch here. I'm going to give this a D. I hate these. They're too plain. They're basic. It's just, you could do so much with Arizona. You could do so much with the history of the Cardinals. Pat Tillman, you had so many opportunities to do these things right, and they just came out super generic, plain. Like, hey, you made your uniform on Madden, and this is like the basic uniform package.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's pretty lame. The best Cardinals uniforms were in the 90s. They had the state flag, right? The state emblem
Yes.
on the side. That's what they need to bring back. It's a beautiful flag with like the sun. You know, I don't know like the whole history of that. I would imagine like Phoenix Suns is maybe tied in with that. I don't know. I don't know enough about Arizona, but I feel like you can do more. Definitely be more than, come on, Arizona. I even thought like the 2009 Cardinals, like in the Super Bowl, I thought those jerseys were so bad. No, I thought those were bad. It's just
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
too much
Yeah.
red, you know?
They haven't had a good uniform since like Pat Tillman. Like it's since the 90s. It's been rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they got to do something to get people excited. Like, I mean, when you're that bad, I remember like with the Lions for a while. Every few years they'd like spruce up a uniform, and it's like, dude, we still blow. Like, what are we doing? That I think the Cardinals are in that mode right now, where they're just like, hey guys, still come to our games, and they'll go 0 for the whole season.
Oh, that's a hot
Oh
take.
my
there.
gosh. Look at like, I just found a picture of like rookie Larry Fitzgerald. Those uniforms look sick.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah.
Like the all white with the little emblem. Those are so clean. They need to bring those
And, like,
back.
If you look at these white and black uniforms they have, there's nothing on there that says like Arizona Cardinals that catches your eye. Like it's just a basic ass jersey. It's rough. All right, last team here, and Fitz had just the biggest hard on for this team, and he hates
not
to
for
admit
the
it.
team.
He
Not for
hates
the
to
team.
admit it.
Nope.
The Vikings, classic Vikings. They did this whole video on TikTok and Instagram. Their social media team knocked this thing out of the park. But it's a homage to the old school Vikings, the purple people eaters, with these just throwback classic. A+, 2 thumbs way up for me.
They're sick. They're sick. I wonder if they're gonna do the helmet. Yeah, I've been saying, and now there's like the two helmets. The Vikings used to have like a dark purple helmet. It was like it was darker than the uniform, and I actually thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. That was like the early Randy Moss, the Chris Carter. And I think they should bring that back. But no, this is the way to do it, and I think this is kind of this is the model example of like what I want from the Cardinals and some of these other teams is like, instead of saying, all right, it's 2023, we've got to like make a new uniform, is it's almost like, no, I think there's a way to like really take one of your classics and just like, yeah, just bring it back in the best way. And these are so sick. Like I hate it as a Packers fan. I hate this. But man, it's so cool. I want to see more of that across the league.
Yeah.
Just not the creamsicle. You know? Like some things, like Tim said, some things deserve to die.
It needs to be
Yeah.
put up on the heaven picture that we have.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think out of all the ones that you've shown me today, I like these the best. The others are just, I don't know, not digging them. But these look pretty sharp.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Well, like, you know, in the 90s, those teams with the little jungle cat, like the Bengals, the Jaguars, the Panthers, they'd have the cat
right.
on the sleeve, you know?
Mhm,
And maybe that's what stands out for me is like, you know, the sleeve of these for the Vikings. I like it. It's just a little more bold.
not
Love
basic,
the
yeah.
numbers though with it. But I was like, man, the Jags, they've been struggling with uniforms. I'm like, just go back to the Fred Taylor Jaguar on the side.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
like the Panthers, like just get that Panther on the side. Or Arizona, just put that state emblem. Like I think that's what needs to. That's what these teams got to focus. But
So moving on, stop neglecting the sleeve. Let's put something cool on there. Let's do it
exactly.
right.
There you go. Yeah, you get the App State there.
Yeah.
It's easy to be a Packers fan. We get those stripes, man. Doesn't change. Doesn't
Make
change.
it pop. I agree with you. You know, I'm not a fan of like people that have like a jersey for like every team out there, but like if there was a Randy Moss jersey that was sold in this, I might be tempted to buy it. Like it's a clean jersey here. You know, you give it to Moss, I think it's clean. But yeah, I'm with you, boys. 2 thumbs way up for me. All right. Panthers also got not a change, but a correction in their color. I don't have a picture of it, but Nike could never produce the actual Carolina Panthers blue color that they had until this season. It goes a little bit darker now. So that blue uniform that they're used to having, it's going to be a little darker now. I don't have a picture of it, but and then the Bengals were on the street. They might be doing a little retro 90s throwback to what Fitz came out and said about the jungle cat on the side. We might be doing like a white uniform like that. I'm here for a retro uniform like that, but it's all Twitterverse.
It's
All
not
right,
a real
we're
place.
yeah. What you take that back? It's real to me, damn it. All right, let's stay with football. This time we're gonna jump a little Madden here. 99 Club, Aaron Donald, Justin Jefferson are the
Again.
first 2 to be in the 99 Club. They've released 2 batches, 4 or 5 position groups in the past 2 days, and throughout the week they'll keep releasing. But Aaron Donald, 7-time 99 Club member, 7-time, and it's well deserved. The most decorated Madden player or Madden, I guess, player, person in the game that they've ever had. Justin Jefferson, I think it's the 2nd time he's been 99. I agree with this. Like, I can't think of a better D tackle. I can't think of a better wide receiver in the game than these 2. They're at the peak of their game right now, and so I think they deserve it. Thoughts?
Yeah, they're both dominant in their position. Jefferson's changing the league. I just think everyone's paying attention to Justin Jefferson, how he gets off the line, and yeah, man, I'm tired of talking about these Vikings. Sucks, man.
Yeah, I mean these are well deserved, I think. I mean, when you think of like the peak positions for each of them, I mean, you can't really put anyone above them. So makes sense. Stats, value the same. So club, bring it on. I like it.
Garrett were both 98s. Myles Garrett Michael Parsons was 97, TJ Watt 94. Which, respect. Chris Jones was next closest defensive line rating at 96, and then Dexter Lawrence for the Giants was a 94. Wide receivers, Tyreek Hill was a 98, Devontae Adams 97, Diggs 96. A little upset Jamar Chase only 94, but it is what it is. No safety was above a 95. Jeez. And yeah. And so as the week goes on, they'll keep releasing more and more.
It's like how they gonna knock safeties for not hitting hard,
Yeah. Wednesday, running backs, O linemen. You guys want to take a guess on any 9-9 club members there?
Running backs and O linemen.
Do we think we'll see one?
Jason Kelsey will be 99. Trent Williams will be 99. Yep.
I think Trent Williams 99. Yeah. Running back, it's tough. I don't know if there is a 99 running back.
Derrick Henry.
McCaffrey?
Derrick Henry?
Maybe CMC. Yeah.
I would put Derrick Henry 99.
I don't know, man.
It's
tough.
Yeah, they're gonna be skeptical about it. But
Okay.
I'd put Derrick Henry 99. He falls forward when you get tackled. He falls forward 3 yards.
Tim, any other names?
It's insane.
I don't know. The biggest one that comes to mind is CMC, but I don't know if any other. Man, I don't know if any other running backs sticking out for 99. I mean, Derek might be it. Maybe Derek's a 98, and you give the edge to McCaffrey. I don't know.
EA Sports needs to literally have a Derrick Henry glitch where when you tackle him, he falls forward 3 yards because that's what happens in real life. But have a glitch, you play against Derrick Henry. Oh, I got him.
Yeah.
He just all right, there's 4 more yards.
Yeah. Everybody be playing Titans then. Thursday, we got cornerbacks and tight ends. Anybody making the 99 club out of tight ends? Kelsey, could we see the 2 Kelsey brothers get 99 this year?
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know how they do those ratings.
Yeah. Cornerback, I don't know if there's a cornerback 99 either. It's just
I'd be biased.
Tough.
Jair Alexander's not 99, but that's my guy. That's the one guy that can guard Jefferson.
I guess a 96 for him.
The one guy who can guard Jefferson is Jair.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then
I was just gonna say I don't know of any other
Go ahead.
outside of Kelsey that would rank for a 99. I mean, Mark Andrews had a good year, but
Andrews had a good year.
not
Hawkinson, I'd say
up
Hawkinson maybe a 95, 94.
Yeah.
George Kittle, maybe a 98, 97. I don't know if he's 99 though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Friday, quarterbacks, linebackers, punters, kickers, and fullbacks.
Patrick Ricard.
Quarterbacks, and Josh Allen's on the cover. Allen might be, maybe he's 99.
Oh, screw that. Nah, screw that.
I think Mahomes is 99. I don't think Joey B's a 99. I think he's close, but he's not a 99.
Yeah.
I think Mahomes might be your low 99 or Josh Allen. I'll put my hat in the ring for him.
Screw that.
No way. Mahomes only.
Okay. Any linebackers we see?
So you're saying Parsons isn't a linebacker; he's an edge rusher.
Yeah, they've got him as an edge rusher.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Linebacker.
Okay. Cool. Let's talk a little college football real quick. Tennessee Volunteers. I don't know if I'm just like subconsciously just on the radar of Tennessee Volunteers, or just I don't know what it is, but I feel like I'm always finding articles about them and news stories. Jeremy Pruitt, the old former coach, he was it was rough. Darnell Washington, tight end for Georgia, when he was a recruit, Pruitt had an assistant go meet him in a parking lot and give him just a bag of cash. He did this with a lot of recruits. Big no-no in NCAA. And they caught him. The Tennessee Volunteers were fully transparent with the investigation. They helped out. And Tennessee avoids a bowl ban, but they do get a reduction of scholarships, along with a $5 million fine. Like it's a pretty big chunk of fine. It's the biggest fine we've seen the NCAA give out here. But they avoid the ban bowl. Jeremy Pruitt and all his, pretty much his whole staff is on a showcase suspension. Basically, they can't go get another job until after the 5 or 6 years is up. You hate to see it because this happened in 2019, 2020. By the way, Tennessee's wins were vacated for those 2 time periods. You hate to see it, but at the same time, like, dude, if you had waited 2 years, NIL deal, and you just slap a company's name on that bag and say you handing it to them, that now it's a different story. You get away with it, but because of 2 years prior, you're getting fucked here. And it's real salt in the wound that Darnell Washington, you give him a bag, he just takes it and goes to Georgia and wins a natty. But it is what it is.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Hindsight 2020. If for some reason they were able to wait, I mean, now it's the Wild West.
Yeah, exactly. Any other thoughts here, boys? Cool. I don't think Washington's going to face any slap on the wrist. Obviously, he's in the pros now. They can't really do anything. I don't think Georgia's going to face the consequence because it wasn't them that did it. So shout out to Georgia and Kirby Smart, man. Just keep winning natties and telling players go get the bag from somewhere else and come here and go win a natty. Like, shout out to the boys. All right, we're going to stay a little college here. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just
Idiot, is that what we said?
SEC. I just hate SEC.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Well, Texas and Oklahoma is really going to find out about it, but we'll save that. That's coming up at a later episode, not today. We're going to stay with college sports real quick. We talked about Northwestern and the football allegations and hazing last week. Well, it's trickled down into baseball now. The baseball coach, who was already under investigation for a full season, same stuff, hazing and mistreatment of players, he gets the boot. So Northwestern loses the head football coach and head baseball coach within a week, 4 days of each other. Tough.
Can they rebrand the university? Like Northwest, who cares about Northwestern? You know? Like just revamp. Yeah, just go.
Done.
All right, we're done. We're done. New name, new logo, everything, new colors, rebrand, just total reset. You know, this is rough.
Yeah, I mean, what other heads are going to roll? Let them roll.
Yeah. Hey, they're like 2 blocks away from Kellogg Global Hub. Just rename it Kellogg University. Let's just start over.
What about rename the stadium Infinity TCG Stadium?
I would never put my name on that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Just a new sponsorship.
You could rename it Haze R Us, and everyone who likes being hazed will go there on full ride scholarship.
All right, Tim. Would you put in Infinity TCG on Penn State's stadium?
No, it's just not. It's not the clientele I'm going for. I wouldn't really. I wouldn't even put it on Ford Field if it makes you feel better. Sports. If I was sports cards, all right. If I was sports cards, yeah, put me on any stadium. But it's not really my jam. You got to know the audience.
Yeah, know your context and your demographic. 100%.
All right, think about this, Tim. You got a bunch of drunk sports fans watching the game. They're like, why is this thing called Infinity TCG? You got commercials plastered everywhere. What are drunk people going to do? They're going to get on the phone, buy some cards.
Dog, they ain't buying $100 Pokemon card.
Yo, you see my ass drunk buying stuff? Look at half this wall behind me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that's all sports related, and one Michael Myers mask.
Yeah, Michael
like-
Myers. Shout out to the boy.
If it was like sports cards, like a rookie auto, and you're drunk, yeah, get on Infinite TCG and buy it. But I, sports cards are way too rich for my taste. I can't even get in that.
Dog, I got a Nebraska helmet full of their Heisman winners. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a Nebraska game. Come on. They would buy it.
Did it for the pub.
Hey, speaking of buying, Messi on his way to Miami here. Big for MLS. Big for soccer in general. I mean, obviously this is David Beckham's team, which he absolutely crushed the MLS. He came in here, got his bag, and also said, hey, I want a portion of revenue. Also want a future team. He's got his team. Now he got the star of his team, Messi. This is huge. This is awesome. There is a fun little fact here that Messi's on a 3-year contract. His son will be in the United States for 3 years. Then he'll be eligible to play for the United States. Cristiano Ronaldo's son is also in the United States. In 3 years' time, we could see Ronaldo Jr. and Messi Jr. playing for Team USA.
Dude, no. That
Yeah.
would be insane. I'm not gonna get my hopes up, but
I'm not either, but that would be epic.
That would be a story. Oh man, classic America too. Just coming in and that'd be so classic us.
I would love it. Oh, I'd love it.
Man, I did like the videos of Messi shopping in Publix, and none of the old people know who he is.
Yeah.
It's like classic Americans, just like one of the most recognizable faces in the world, and we just don't know.
Who is this little Argentina man? Tim, thoughts from you?
Yeah, it'd be cool. I mean, I guess if you're an owner, how much do you give up to make that happen? Like, you just break the bank and you say this would be so freaking cool. I would make all the revenue for ticket sales for this. So like, I'm gonna do whatever I have to. I would. Why not?
Dude, all right. So we didn't talk about the money. 2.5 seasons, so not 3 seasons, but 2.5. Really, it's going to stretch to 3. He gets $50 million to $60 million annually. So you're looking at $125 to $150 million cash alone deal for Messi. This is not on top of any ticket sales that he's negotiated. This is not in, being part of MLS campaign and sponsorships. This is $125 to $150 million cash that he's getting at the end of 2 years of work, 2.5.
That's a lot of dough.
brother, you give me $1 per episode of the pub instead of a penny. That's what you're telling me right now.
Dang. Should have been playing soccer.
Yeah. Baby Hacky. He's getting that leg warmed up, or she. There's yeah. All right. Let's keep with soccer. Women's World Cup's kicking off tomorrow. I'm pumped. It's World Cup fever. I feel like there hasn't been as much media circus because it is women's, but hopefully we can change that game a little bit. Anybody want to take a guess on the favorite to win this thing?
USA.
Tough.
USA.
USA.
Like I'd be really
Plus
surprised.
250. We're killing it right now. It seems like, women's United States team is going to run away with this thing. Alex Morgan, Haley Ertz, Megan Rapinoe. Like, it just seems like our stars are just all aligned for us. Now, England's going to give us a run there at plus 400. Spain at plus 550. Germany at plus 700. France at plus 1,000. These games are being played in Australia and New Zealand, kind of splitting it. Australia, kind of a favorite dark horse at plus 1,100. People really think the home team could get a chance to win this thing, alongside Colombia at plus 15,000. People really like the way the Colombians have been playing recently. And then New Zealand, I just put them on there at plus 25,000. This is exciting. I'm pumped. Especially working for TST for the soccer tournament this summer. I've fallen in love with soccer. And anytime the United States get a chance to win a World Cup, I think it's huge for us. So I'm gonna be glued. It goes from tomorrow until August 20th is when the final will be played.
I'll be honest, I won't watch a bit of it.
Oh,
Boo with this man.
yeah, man. Boo this man.
Bring it on. Bring the booze on.
I'm pretty pumped. I always like watching Women's World Cup,
I did too.
but yeah, I don't mind it. I think it's pretty fun. I am curious about that group for US. Portugal and Netherlands actually not too shabby. So that's
Not
you
shabby.
know,
But I think it's like, yeah, they're not shabby if you put them in another group. But I think United States, if they go out there and do what they're supposed to, I think people are just like, yo, United States walks through this. It's not like the pool of
Mhm.
death. It's not like the group
Mhm.
of death that United States seems to be always be put in, like Germany and Brazil and stuff. It seems like,
Yeah.
yo, they're set up to make a good run here.
but you
If
still
it-
remember when they got spoiled by Japan?
Dude.
That was crazy. I mean, just the right team could spoil it.
It can. Now, that was the World Cup final. It was after Japan suffered the tsunami. And it was a feel-good story. Maybe that was staged. Maybe that was written like the NFL, but whatever. I'm not bitter. All right. Well, we're talking bets. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do a little pub parlay here, boys. Make some money. That's Cam. Shout out. Boys, we almost hit. We're almost this close
Story
to
every
it.
week. Same story every week.
It was me. I'll take the blame. Pick the Reds over the Brewers. Dead. Done. That's my fault. Thought De La Cruz magic could help us.
My Stros lost too. So,
No, your Stros won Friday. We were good.
oh,
Yeah,
oh, how about that?
it was the boy. We were 2 for 3. Cincinnati had rain delay. I was like, man, we're only down 2. We can do this thing. We blew it.
You blow it. What day we doing, boys?
You guys tell me. We'll make it happen.
I can do Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
Wonder who's gonna pick. Fitz, no pressure. It's all on you.
Looking at baseball schedule. Hold on. What day are we between?
All 3 of them, Fitz. You know, Tim.
Jeez, man.
You know me, boy.
Let's do Sunday.
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 Yeah, that's a battle.
Give me the Astros over the Oakland A's all day.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah,
Easy money.
I like that. Feeling good. Feeling strong about this.
I'm gonna take the Brewers over the Braves.
Wow.
Man.
I think, yeah, we'll lock it in.
Sunday, taking the Brewers over the. Man, I like
I mean,
it.
it's just a good battle, you know.
Yeah,
The
Brewers have been hot.
They're leading the NL Central. Braves, you know, a little bit better. They, you know, get 11. What is that? 9 more wins. But I don't know. It's in Milwaukee. Yeah, there's just two teams kind of colliding there. But I like the Brewers to finish the series off strong.
Yeah,
They might lose earlier in the weekend, but they'll cap it off with a win Sunday.
I'm going Women's World Cup. Give me Netherlands over Portugal. Netherlands is minus 0.5 favorite. Take them to it. I mean, that's just they're going to win by a goal. So Netherlands minus 1.5. Now, if that line changes to like minus 1.5, stay away from it. But as long as it stays minus 1 to minus 0.5, then you're good. So, Random question, boys. We got one.
Hmm.
Scramble those brains. Rack them.
If I got one, I don't know what you guys are going to feel or how you guys are going to feel about it. If you could be a professional in any sport, what sport would it be?
Oh, that's good. Man, that's good.
And bonus points, position. But you can take it or leave it.
So my knee reaction is a defensive back in soccer. You don't have to run as much. You still get the bag. Life's good for you. But looking at longevity of career, maybe I'm not in the top echelon there. I'm going to be a punter in the NFL. You get 6 figures. Your lifespan is like 35 years. Hit a couple piss missiles a game. You go home. I'm going punter in the NFL.
Not bad. It's not bad.
I'm thinking I've been enjoying playing MLB The Show. Just an outfielder, and then just I get base hits, just the on base percentage, working walks, getting base hits. You know, it's I don't know what that makes me. That I envy like Ichiro. I want to be like the Ichiro of my team. Like inside single, you know, just that base hit single. Yeah, I would say that, you know, in baseball, it's funny because baseball is not really my sport, but I think I think you can have a long career. I don't think like injury is going to be as much as like if I was a slot receiver in NFL, or if I was a driving dish point guard in basketball. I don't feel like I'd have a lot of injury over the year, a lot of wear and tear. But no, I'd like to be an outfielder with a lot of range, throwing out the runner, trying to extend a double to a triple, and then just, you know, batting like 280 for a career or something crazy like that. I think it'd be fun.
Bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. I didn't think about baseball. I mean,
the
pretty
show,
cushy.
baby. Being in the
cushy.
show, that'd be so sick. Being a baseball player.
Yeah, my first thought was NBA. So, I mean, contracts don't matter. You get the bag. You can jump to whatever team you want, and then as you age and you're sunsetting, you can hop on some championship team and mess around and get a ring. Just warming
And now with the new baseball rules, games are over in like 2 hours.
Yeah, but
yeah, baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
You know?
Fits in his world.
Yeah, you just
games are done in like 90 minutes. I mean, basically.
Just shoot shit and you get paid.
Yeah,
it's not a bad gig at all, man.
But basketball's not bad either, Tim. You might be on something because you're right. You got a 20-year career, and just go win a couple rings, just attach your wagon to whoever.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about CTE. You're going to be in good shape. I mean, you're going to have some wear and tear in your lower extremity joints, but like if you're getting 10, 15 mil a year, I'll take it.
I also feel like I could blend in society as a baseball player. You know,
what does that even mean?
There's kind of like it's kind of like, you know, a Superman like Clark Kent sort of thing, and I feel like I could just go to Starbucks and no one would be like, "Who's that? I know that guy," and like there'll be like a select few, like, "Oh, he's right fielder for the Seattle Mariners." I'm like, oh, You know.
Can we go back to what? What does that even mean?
I don't know. I'm just
I mean-
thinking my career. If I'm a professional in a sport, it comes with some baggage. I don't want to be. I want to be low key. You know, I want to like be able to just kind of live my life a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
I mean-
be a football player because everyone's like, "Oh, you're on my fantasy team. You only got me 2 points this week," and I'm gonna be like, "All right, fuck you. I'm just trying to have my iced coffee and enjoy a day off." You know.
Hmm. That's a good point. Yeah, you can't be low key playing football unless you're
Yeah.
like
Unless you're a punter.
punter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can't go an episode without saying we miss you. We love you, Devin. Matt,
Yeah.
wish you nothing
Add
but the
a-
best.
Add the cream.
Miss you guys.
Yeah, I'll throw the creamsicle in there.
Please.
But man, whenever you come back, tell me how Mac is and who killed Pac. That's all I ask.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. All right, we'll catch you guys next week.
Bye.
I don't have a quote.
Oh my.
Boo this man!
Oh my gosh.
Fundamentals.
We would be the bad boys of Little League. I'm telling you now. We would beat the tar out of the other team.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. Joey Chestnut has to be on the pub.
Has
On
to be.
Pub more. I mean,
Has to be.
Dramatic, man. That was a journey.
Man, I'm gonna get real theological on y'all. I think we're all a little soft and misunderstood. I'll just be real honest.
Get Luke Combs. I was begging for Luke Combs not too long ago. We'll get Luke Combs on here. I challenge Luke. I think I can actually beat him in shotgunning a beer. So if he thinks he's got the cojones to come on and try, then by all means, Luke, bring it on.
That's the intro. You just hit my promo for me, James. I love it. What episode, boys?
Good work.
When's Tim's